Hi everyone! In this video, finally, I will be showing you how to make this two-tone 50-50 granny square. I really must apologise because I actually had a look at the video where I last talked about this and said that I would be doing a tutorial, and that was actually back at the beginning of April, so I do apologise for it taking so long to get around to doing this one, but here we are. So obviously it is the 50-50 design, but each part, the solid and the traditional, are done in contrasting colours. So that is just my little sample one that I worked up a few months ago. But obviously you can use absolutely any yarn that you like. I'm just using some leftover chunky. I'm using chunky in the hope that it will be easier for you to see. Obviously any yarn is absolutely fine. So you want to start with your slip knot on your hook, and we're going to do our chain 4. So it's obviously exactly the same stitches and things, but we are just going to be pulling through the colours at different points. So you're going to work your slip stitch into your very first chain to create your circle. So yarn over and pull through both. So we've now got our circle here that we can work our stitches into. Chain 2, and then we're going to start with our traditional side, so we want to work 2 treble crochets into that centre ring. Remember, these are UK terms, so in the US this is your double crochet. Yarn over, insert into that centre ring, yarn over and pull up. You'll have your 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. One more time. Yarn over, back into that centre ring, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that is our first treble cluster. You're going to chain 2 to create your corner space, and then we're going to do 3 trebles back into that centre ring. That's 1, 2, and 3. So that is our first half of our stitches. So that is our first half of our treble stitches. So now we want to create our next corner space. Chain 1, grab your new colour, just create a loop with your yarn and then pull it through. Tighten up on your previous colour, and obviously tighten up a little bit with your new colour. Chain 1, and then at this point you can tighten things up a little bit more because it'll be a bit more secure to do so. So you're just going to leave the white tail hanging and the pink tail hanging, or obviously whatever colours it is that you're using. I'm going to move my pink out of my way so that it's not annoying me. And we are going to switch now to our solid side. So we've done the chain 1, which counts as our second chain for our corner. Back into this centre ring. Now we're going to do 3 trebles. So 1, 2. Now obviously because this is only round 1, we aren't getting the definition between the solid or the traditional because the very first round is actually all the same. So we've done our 3 trebles, we're going to chain 2 to create our next corner space, and then finally you're going to do one last set of 3 trebles into your centre ring. So 1, 2, and 3. So that there now is all of our clusters created. We're going to finish off with a chain 2, and then you're going to slip stitch into the top of that beginning chain 2 that we did right at the start. So we've got 1 and 2, and insert your hook and slip stitch. So that is the very start of your square. So at this point now is where it all starts to change when it comes to the solid versus traditional. So you're going to turn your work around, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to slip stitch back into this corner space. So slip stitch into there. We're going to chain 2. That counts as our first treble crochet, remember UK treble. And then we're going to do 1 treble crochet into that corner chain space. Because we're working the solid edge, we're only doing 2 trebles into any of the corner spaces, but that will become more apparent as we go. So we've got 2 trebles in that corner space now. The chain 2 counts as the first one. We're now going to put 1 treble into the top of each of these 3 trebles. So go through the whole of the stitch, making sure to catch the V, and it's just 1 treble into each. 2 and 3, and again we're in the corner space now, but for the solid side we are only going to do 2 trebles. So 1 and 2, chain 2 to create your corner, and then 2 trebles back into that same corner space. So 1 and 2, and then again you're going to be doing 3 trebles, so 1 into the top of each of these trebles. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 trebles into your corner space. So this is obviously the corner that has got our mixed bag of colours in. So 2 trebles into there. I'm just going to pull on that pink just to tighten it up a little bit before we carry on. And then we're going to do chain 1. You're going to drop your white or whatever colour it is, and I'm just going to move the white over to the other side now so that it's not going to get tangled or in my way. And then I'm going to pull that pink yarn through, chain 1, and I'm just going to tighten up a little bit now. And do not worry about that little leg of pink there. You will not be able to see it once we start working. So now we're going to go back into this same chain space, and because we're flicking back now to our traditional, we need to do 3 trebles into the other half of this corner space. So yarn over and 3 trebles. So 1, 2 and 3, chain 1, and we're going to jump across this granny cluster, and we're going to go straight into the next corner space, and we're going to do a granny cluster of 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3, and you're going to chain 2 to create your new corner, and then back into that same space you're going to do your next granny cluster, so 3 more trebles in that same chain space. Chain 1, and again you're going to skip over this next granny cluster, and you can see we're at where we started the beginning of the round, so we need to finish off this corner space with a granny cluster of 3 trebles. 1, 2 and 3, and just tighten up your stitches. Chain 2, and then again we're ready to slip stitch to the top of that chain 2 from the beginning of the round. So we've got 1 and 2. So you're going to insert your hook and slip stitch, turn your work, chain 1 and slip stitch back into that corner space. So at this point, this is how you should be looking. So you can see there's nice neat joins all the way around, and as I mentioned before, that little leg that you get at the beginning when you change around, once you have completed your trebles and things, it's really not noticeable at all. So I'll do one final round with you now, and then hopefully you should be able to rewind or pause or whatever you need to do to be able to carry on and make this as big as you want. So again, we're going to chain 2 to start, which counts as our first treble, and this time we're working back along our traditional side, so we want 2 more trebles back in this chain space, 1 and 2, so that gives us our granny cluster of 3 trebles. Chain 1, into this chain space you're going to put a granny cluster of 3 trebles, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and now we're at the corner, so you're going to do granny cluster, chain 2 and a granny cluster all back into that same space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, work your middle cluster again, so 1, 2 and 3, and then we're back to our colour change corner, so all your colour changes will be in the same corner, and you're going to do granny cluster, so 3 trebles in here, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then we are going to pick up the white again. So I'm just going to drop that pink in front, just so that I don't get in a tangle. And then I'm going to grab the white. Like I say, keeping everything nice and tight, I'm going to pull that through and do a chain 1. And then I'm going to go straight in to that chain space and do 2 trebles. 1 and 2, and at this point I shall swap my yarns around so that I don't get in a tangle. And then again I'm ready to work along my solid edge, doing 1 treble into every single stitch. So I've got my 2 trebles in my corner, and then I'm just going to whiz along here now so that we can get back round, and then I will just show you how you would finish off once you've gotten your square to the size that you want. So remember, on your solid sides you have 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles in your corner space. So 1, 2, chain 2 and 2 trebles back in. 1, 2, and then again just trebles all along your edge, and we are going to be ready to finish off. So always make sure you work your treble into that very last treble from the previous row, and then your 2 trebles in your corner space. 1, 2, chain 2 and slip stitch to the top of that chain 2 from the beginning of the round, and there you have it. So I'm going, like I say, I'm going to stop here because you should be able to now rewind if you need to get back to the point where we chain one, slip stitch and turn and work back along our solid edge. So I'm hoping that you will be able to do that now. But once you have gotten to the point where it is as big as you want it to be, you can simply, after you've slip stitched to close the round, you would just do a chain one and then snip off and pull that through, and then obviously you've got your very beginning tail here from when you attached your second colour, and you would just want to weave that in securely as normal. But your end that is still attached to the other colour, again you can snip that off now. So I've snipped off and then I've got it facing me, and what I'm going to do just to make it that extra little bit more secure is just pop my hook through some stitches, and I'm going to grab that yarn and I'm just going to literally pull it through and then pull it out, and then that just gives me a way to tighten it up a little bit more securely, and then I can weave that tail in as normal. And so there you have your 50-50 granny square, but done in two different colours. So I really do hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial, and I look forward to seeing some of these popping up on Instagram and things, so make sure you do tag me if you do make them, because obviously you can line these up now to make some fantastic patterns as well, so that would be really cool to see. Now obviously you can use this technique as well to create these using the normal solid or the normal granny square, all the same, but I will actually do separate tutorials for both of those, just in case you literally want to see that done step by step as well, so all traditional or all solid. But that is it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you for another tutorial very soon. But bye for now.